Alright, so here's what we're going to do, guys. It's Nando back with another video. And I appreciate you guys stopping by. Let me get myself situated. I got one cat over here. She's going to be part of this video, just relaxing, just laying down. And then I got another one over there that might be running in and out of this video. So, if you're new to this channel, welcome in this channel, here at inandoTV, I talk about all things tech that I get my hands on. So right now I'm shooting this video with the A7 III. This is on 4K, 30 frames per second. Everything's on auto. The only thing I've done is attached an external mic, Rode microphone on the top of the camera. So what you see, what you hear is pretty straightforward. Hopefully everything looks fairly decent. I'm excited about the A7 III, but I still have my reservations. There's no additional lighting, so this is kind of going to be a lighting test as well. ISO's on auto. Like I said, everything's on auto. So basically what I want to do here today and make this video kind of short and straight to the point. I'm just going to give you my early hands-on impressions with the A7 III from a videography standpoint. If you've seen previous videos of mine or you're new to this channel, basically I am a hobbyist videographer. The kind of video that I shoot for this channel is strictly for YouTube and for family and friends. I don't do anything from a pro perspective, so what you're seeing right here is basically what I'll be using the A7 III for. Is it overkill? Possibly, and I'll get to that here in a little bit as well in additional videos. What I have here in my hand is the G85. This is basically my primary YouTube camera. This is what I basically shoot these kind of videos with. And the reason why I have this camera here, and the reason why I'm going to talk a little bit about this camera in comparisons with the A7 III from an early impression standpoint of the A7 III is because this is a great camera for beginners. This is a great camera for someone who wants to shoot 4K. This kind of gives you all of that. Now this is a 4/3 sensor. What we're shooting with here is a full frame. And so far, here's what I'm getting with the Sony A7 III. I've never used a Sony camera before other than for a few minutes. The small point shoots, I think the RX 100 Mark IV, a little bit with the Mark V. And so basically, this is a brand new experience. For example, right now, as I'm talking to you guys, I can't see myself. And it sucks assuming that whatever's being recorded is recorded well and in focus and my frame is how I want it. Because I can't see myself. And that is single-handedly the biggest thing that I'm dealing with right now. Matter of fact, if you saw my previous video, I was talking about returning the A7 III and I only had used it for a couple days because I just couldn't get over it. But I thought about it after posting the video and I said to myself, you know what, I owe it to myself to give myself the opportunity to try to learn the camera a little better, to try to experience all the goodness that everybody and all the reviewers have talked about when it comes to the A7 III. So here I am trying to learn, at least get to the point where I can feel somewhat comfortable shooting the same kind of videos that I normally would with something like the G85 or the Canon EOS M6. So right off the bat, if you're someone like me who really values that flip out screen, guys, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because your only options are to either get an external monitor, which is going to take up the hot shoe, and then you have to get another monitor for your microphone and the freaking monitor as well, and that's just too much. Or you just don't use the external mic, or you get some other kind of external mic. So as you can tell, if you go with the route of getting an external monitor, you're going to be limiting yourself in other ways or having to find a workaround. And in my opinion, we shouldn't have to do that. What Sony brings to the table in terms of features is mind-blowing. But in terms of basic features that cameras of the like of the Panasonic, Canon, and so forth bring to the table, it's super frustrating that Sony refuses to put out a flip-out screen. I know for a fact that there's no way that something like this is going to make things any more expensive or any harder to manufacture because everybody else does it. And these cameras are cheaper than the one I'm shooting with right now. So flip out screen is single-handedly the number one thing that I'm struggling with right now. The second thing, and for right now, it's probably just those two things, kind of go hand in hand. It's the touch screen and the settings of the Sony A7 III. Sony settings are so convoluted. There's submenus after submenus after submenus, which I know that on one hand is great because it gives people like us, people using the camera, the ability to customize it, to tweak, and to change, and to map, but it also makes people like myself who are hobbyists or beginners to the Sony ecosystem, it makes it extremely stressful and overwhelming. And right now, that is something that I'm struggling with, something that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get over. And I'm hoping that after watching my 500,000 minute of tips and tricks and settings, I'll feel comfortable enough to utilize the A7 III the way I use something like the G85 at the very least. And I know some of you guys will probably comment in this video, and please do, and we'll probably say something along the lines of like, dude, that's overkill. Because if you're not going out and buying prime lenses or better lenses, and all I'm using right now is the kit lens that came with the camera, I think it's like a 22-70 or something like that, I'm really not taking advantage of what the camera has to offer. Now, I understand that. But what I was looking for getting a camera like that is something that I can grow into. Something that not only will I be able to utilize right now for what I do and do it better than something like the G85, right? But something that as I learn new techniques, as I get better at videography and photography, the camera will not be what hinders me, but the camera will ultimately be what makes my content better. So that's my thought process. Let me know in the comment section below if you've gone through something like that or that kind of logic. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. But between the convoluted settings and then a horrible, horrible touchscreen experience, those things are just making this whole experience so sour. For example, why do we have a touch screen on this camera that allows focus, but not a touchscreen on this camera that allows us to navigate the interface, navigate the menu, navigate the system? It makes literal no sense. Matter of fact, we have to go into the settings, find it, which I had to watch a YouTube video for, to find the option where it asks me, do you want to enable touchscreen operation? It's almost like as if Sony purposely says, we're not going to let you use touchscreen unless you really want to use touchscreen. And if you do use the touchscreen, it's going to be how we tell you to use the touchscreen. Same thing with the camera in the back with the screen. We're not going to give you a flip out screen. We're going to give you a tilt screen because we as in Sony think that that's how you should use your touchscreen. None of this flip out screen nonsense. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the stress and the frustrations that I'm going through right now when utilizing the Sony A7 III. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Hit that subscribe button because you know what? Here at inandoTV, every subscription is free. Most important thing, if you take anything from this video, is to stay geeky. Like always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace, salute, and adios. Now I gotta go find out what this kitten is doing. Maya.